This question says the nth term of the sequence is this. We have to find, in the first part, one term is given, that is 32 upon 11. So we have to find the value of n corresponding to this term, and you have finded it very correctly, and it's 8. Second part is saying that write down the limiting value, that is not exact value, it's approximate value, right? Write down the limiting value when n approaches to infinity. See, there is a difference when you write n equals to infinity and when you write n tends to infinity, right? This statement is never true in mathematics. Why? Because infinity cannot be achieved. Are you getting my point? You can tends to infinity. You can write n
Yeah.
tends to infinity. So the question is saying if my limit n tends to infinity, so what will be the term? And nth term is, we have the expression 3n square upon, we have the expression 3n square upon, let me write 3n square upon n square plus 2, 3n square upon n plus 2. So indirectly n square plus 2. Yes, let me check once again. Yes, it's n square plus 2. So see, this is a question of limit also, which you will study in your calculus part in higher grades. Right now what we can do, for if, see, if your n tends to infinity, if your n tends to infinity and you have a rational expression here, if your limit is n tends to infinity and you have a rational expression, right? Do you know what's the rational expression? It should be something upon something, some polynomial upon some polynomial, right? So what we have to do, take out take out maximum power of n from numerator and denominator separately. We have to take out maximum power of n from numerator and denominator separately. What does it mean? It means, let me write, limit n tends to infinity. See, in numerator you have 3n square, there is no other term, so no meaning of taking common. But in denominator we have two terms, n square plus 2. So in denominator, what is the maximum power of n? Can you tell me? In denominator, what is the maximum power of n in denominator?
N squared.
N square. So take n square
N
common.
squared.
Yes. So what you will get? 1 plus 2 upon n square. Is it okay? Is it okay? So you can see
Yes.
n square will get cancelled out. Now
Yes,
apply
sir.
the limit. Now apply the limit. What you will get? In numerator you are getting 3. In denominator you are getting 1 plus 2 upon infinity square. That's the infinity. So it will be 3 upon 1 plus 2 upon infinity. The square of infinity will be infinity, isn't it? The square of infinity will be still infinity. So I have written infinity square
Infinity.
as infinity. So what will be the 2 upon infinity? Can you tell me what will be 2 upon infinity? It will be approximated as 0. If denominator gets increased, the value gets decreased. So the overall value will be 3
Mhm.
upon 1 plus 0. So the value is 3. First write it and I will discuss further. Have
So
you
what
written?
if it was infinity above infinity over two?
See, when you will apply directly, if you will try to put the value of n directly, you will get infinity upon infinity, right? When you will apply your n tends to infinity, numerator is still infinity, denominator is still infinity, and infinity upon infinity is an indeterminate form. Infinity upon infinity is indeterminate form in mathematics. What is the meaning of indeterminate form? Indeterminate form means you can't determine its value without any further discussion, right? What is the indeterminate form and what are the indeterminate forms? I have a YouTube video whose link I will share after the class. Is it okay? That's the very important.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt till here?
Oh no.
Okay, let us do some other question regarding this, related to this. Okay, suppose I have a question number first. Limit n tends to infinity 3n square plus 5 upon 2n square plus 7. Can you tell me the answer of this limit question? What will be the limiting value when my limit n tends to infinity on this expression? So what we have to do, take out the maximum power of n from numerator and denominator separately. So in numerator I am going to take out n square as common, so you will get 3 upon 5 upon n square, and denominator again n square is highest power, so n square common, and you will get 2 plus 7 upon n square. After this n square will get cancelled out. When you will apply the limit, when you put the value of n, this will tends to 0 because something upon infinity, this will tends to 0 because something upon infinity is 0. So overall your answer will be 3 upon 2. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Oh yes, sir.
Now what's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? See, the conclusion is, if, see, if the maximum power, if the maximum power of numerator is equals to maximum power of denominator, if the maximum power of numerator is equals to maximum power of denominator, or you can say in another way, the degree of numerator, if your degree of numerator is equals to degree of denominator, right? Are you getting my point? If this is going to, if this is your case, let us take an expression. For example, limit
Yes, sir.
n tends to infinity, I have a naught n raised to power m plus a1 n raised to power, sorry, uh, yes, n raised to power m minus 1 plus a2 n raised to power m minus 2, and so on, going like this, upon, in the denominator we will have a term like this, b naught n raised to power m plus b1 n raised to power m minus 1, and so on, right? b2 n raised to power m minus 2, and so on. What's the important, what's the main condition? The degree of numerator. Can you tell me what will be the degree of numerator here? What is the degree of numerator here? What's the maximum power? M. Are you getting this? This is, its degree is what? M. Are you getting my point? No.
M.
Are you
Yeah.
getting my point?
Yes, I got it.
Yes, very good. What is the degree of denominator? Can you tell me the degree of denominator? What's the degree of denominator? Still this is M?
The highest power is M.
Yes,
Yeah.
highest power is still M. So if this is your case,
Yeah.
the degree of numerator and degree of denominator is same, so the answer will be directly the coefficient of this degree term and the coefficient of this term. So its answer will be directly, you can write a naught upon b naught. Are you getting my point? If this is the case, your answer will be
Yes,
directly, you
sir.
can write what, a naught upon B naught, as you can see in previous example as well. Please see the first example. See, first of all, the degree of numerator and degree of denominator is same. So directly we can write its answer will be 3 by 2. The coefficient this and coefficient this. Have you understood this? 3 by 7. And let us take another example. So case number 2, case second is when degree of numerator is greater than degree of denominator, like this. Limit n tends to infinity. I am saying n cube plus n square 5n square upon 2n plus 8, 2n plus 7, right? Can you observe that the degree of numerator is greater? In this case, hello Rishi, are you getting my voice? Hello
Oh
Rishi.
yes, sir.
Yes, in this case, your answer will be
Oh yes, sir.
infinity.
Yes, sir.
If your
Yes, hello,
denominator
sir.
degree, yes, okay, if your denominator degree is high, then degree of denominator, answer will be infinity. Let us see how. Let us see how with an example. So this is the case. As you can see, the degree of numerator is greater than degree of denominator. So the steps are same. Take out the maximum power of n from numerator and denominator separately. So in numerator we will take nq as common. So you will get 1 plus 5 upon n. Are you getting this? Whole divided by, in denominator the maximum power is n, so take out n as common, you will get 2 plus 7 upon n. Is it okay till here? Now what will happen, this n will cancel
Oh
out
yes, sir.
this, and in numerator you will get n square remaining, and this will goes to 0, this will goes to 0 because something upon infinity is 0. So you will get 1 plus 0, and in denominator you will get 2 plus 0. So what it will be, it will be n square upon 2. What's the value of n? N is infinity. So infinity upon 2 is what? Infinity square is infinity, and infinity square is what? Still infinity. Are you getting my point? So you can,
Infinity.
yes, you can remember also, you can keep in mind also, if the degree of numerator is greater than degree of denominator, your answer will be infinity for sure. Similarly, the third case will be, case number 3 will be when degree of, yes, third case we can write degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, or you can say degree of denominator is greater, like this, n tends to infinity. You are writing 3n square plus 5n whole divided by 7n cube only. Let us suppose this. Can you observe that degree of denominator is greater than degree of numerator? So in this case your answer will be 0 for sure. Let us see how. The steps will be same. Take out the maximum power of n from numerator as well as denominator. So in numerator you will take n square as common. So you will get 3 plus 5 upon n. Is it okay? Whole divided by, in denominator there is only one term, so no need to take comma. You can no need to take common. You can write directly. Now do the simplification. This n square and this cancel out, so this 5 upon n is going to be 0. So 3 plus 0 upon 7 times of n. Is it okay? So this will be 3 upon, see, n is what? N is infinity. Infinity into 7 is what?
Oh
And
yes,
infinity into 7 is still infinity. So something upon infinity, 3 upon infinity is what? Tends to 0. So have you,
infinity.
yes, yes. So see, there is only one important point here. What will happen if the degree of numerator and degree of denominator will be same? In that case, you have take the ratio of the coefficient of the term, the coefficient of that degree term, or you can say the highest power term. Are you getting my point? Directly you can say, directly. See, what's your question was?
Yes, sir.
Here, see, now you will write it answer without even doing any calculation. It is saying this is your expression, and it is saying what will be its limiting value when n tends to infinity. See, this is the, in which case degree of numerator and degree of denominator is same. So take out the ratio
Yeah.
of coefficient. So it will be 3, and in denominator you have 1. So 3 upon 1. So its answer will be 3 directly. But you have to show your working. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.